What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Tina Knowles, the mother of Beyonce and Solange, has been in the media for the last week and through no fault of her own for the most part. One is that as many celebrities in Hollywood face burglaries, her home was vandalized, the amount of $1 million was taken in valuables from her home in cash and other things. But then also, she had a back and forth with Tasha K over Blue Ivy, which is her granddaughter. But then there's something that may also be in the works. Tina Knowles and her legendary actor husband, Richard Lawson, may have separated. Now, they started dating in 2013. Allegedly, they have been friends for a long time, married in Newport Beach, and they have been almost, according to certain blogs, inseparable. But some things have changed, okay? Her IG handle is Miss Tina Lawson, which that's still the case. Her bio names her as Tina Knowles. It used to read it as Tina Knowles Lawson. She also travels by herself quite often alone. This is something that I know. I believe she was just recently here in Uganda about 2 months ago. That was also by herself. And then also Richard, the husband, did not attend Jay-Z's mother's wedding last weekend. And Tina was there, but he was not. But guys, do you remember this disrespect that Tina gave Mr. Lawson about 5 years ago on TV One? An interview about their marriage. I want you to look at this clip, and then I'm going to come back.
I envisioned the type of man I wanted. I prayed for the type of man I wanted, and I got pretty much that. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. But, he has a lot of the qualities. He has a lot of the qualities that that I love, and we're having a really good time, and I'm enjoying life. So there is hope, women.
Now, guys, let me tell you something here. And this is very important because Tina Knowles, in the Beyonce's family, from what I understand, they've really turned the family against Mr. Matthew Knowles. He was the father. He is now remarried to Gina C. Avery. And from what I understand, the kids don't have a big relationship with him because of the alleged cheating that he did. He's now remarried and things like that. But you can clearly see the disrespect from this woman towards Mr. Lawson. And you can look at his face and look at the absolute chagrin that he's dealing with. And most of us as black men looking at this, we can only clarify her as a hellraiser. I mean, I've seen ladies like her. Again, is she beautiful? Absolutely. In her older age. Is she maybe a great businesswoman? Absolutely. But is she a hellraiser? Most of us would say yes. And that looks like a man who is always disrespected. He looks like a man that is not happy. He looks like a man that, and I see the same thing with Harry and Meghan Markle. They're men that look like they're literally in bondage to their wife. All right? It looks like that. And the problem that you see with that situation there is a lot of guys eventually are going to give up. Guys are going to get up with that shit. I'm sorry. It's something that just has to happen, guys. And again, some of you guys don't like it. You don't appreciate it. But man, a man eventually is not going to go for that. A man has to be a man. I'm sorry. And a lot of these women believe because they're so high powered, that they don't have to respect nobody. And they want to respect a man according to how they want to respect them. Have you ever noticed that? Women always, usually when they talk about loving a guy, it's how they want to give the love or respect. It's never how a man wants to receive it. Men, we focus more on, okay, you want me to love you. How do you want me to love you? This is one of the things that men at least attempt to do more. How can we attempt to facilitate the love that you would like for me to give towards you? And the thing is that women don't try to do it that way. The way a man wants to be respected, a woman will say out her mouth, I respect you. And the man's complaint is going to be, you're not respecting me in the way that I would like. And he played it cool. He could have disrespected her, said something about her. He said, oh yeah, you're not perfect. He was like, really? He was like, no. He know he's not perfect, but the fact that you have to say that in front, you're selling for him. And the guy just has to sit there and take it. I wanted to ask this question here. How many black men, in order to be with a certain sister or black women in general, and I don't want to admit this, but how many guys have to just take something from them to be with a woman? And largely, this is what women would like. In my honest opinion, women would like for the fact that you would sit there to be with the black woman in Black America, put up with whatever they got to offer. It don't matter if you feel disrespected. Who cares what you think? Shut up. Take that. Shut up. Okay? You take exactly what we're giving and stop bitching about it. Okay? That is what being with a black woman, and I'm trying to say not everybody, but a lot of ladies would be okay if men relegated themselves to that position. And I think that a guy can do that for a while, but if he has something to really offer, it's going to come a time, if he's a real man at all. And again, we can compromise. Like there's some guys that can stay in a sexless relationship up until for so long. Again, you can compromise. You can even try to understand. But at some point, guys are going to be like, no, this is not it. And if this rumor is true, we see why. I mean, and they down the dad, like, the Beyonce's father, I believe his name was Matthew Knowles. They say he was this, he was that, he was abusive and everything. And when I'm looking at this, I'm like, well, goddamn, she's not too far from that herself. What did she do? And of course, people take Momma's side all the time. What did she do? Now we don't want to talk about that, do we? No, because we're so busy lying. We know goddamn well. Okay? We know goddamn well that lady is hard to deal with. And any man in their right mind would get away from that. Absolutely. Maybe he felt like marrying her, Beyonce's daughter or Beyonce's mom, would help him. He's like, look, you can keep Beyonce. It's not that serious. And a lot of guys are like that. A lot of guys are suffering in these relationships with y'all. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.